Florence is a simple game, but it does so beautifully. It's a minimalistic adventure game where you take a young woman named Florence. Although it may not do anything completely revolutionary, Love Taps Florence is essentially a love story that plays out through a series of scenes that will interact with you. You do not have the right of the story in front of you. A simple example of this is the game where you have to brush your toothbrush. Once she's completely brushed, an arrow appears. Human touch. Over the course of the game, you follow Florence just as she starts. This transforms her life from one of the tedium and routines to something a lot more exciting and dynamic. The story that unfolds throughout the course of the game is short. Runtime is a pretty predictable one about young love, but the way you interact with as you solve puzzles, things transform and mold themselves so that they emulate the mood and tone of the scene. Although this trick gets a little too heavy-handed in some parts, it largely increases the plot. Short, sweet, and beautiful. None of the Florence's puzzles are very complicated, and it's really easy to finish. Florence is a utterly beautiful experience that tells your story so beautifully and brilliantly that you do not feel like at the end of the game. Florence's hand-drawn style is largely responsible for making it so eye-catching, but literally all, from the music, to the animation, to puzzle, the UI make for a game that is just amazing to take in. The brevity of Florence allows you to work together harmoniously, which is more of a mark in its favor than a point of criticism. The bottom line: Florence takes a pretty familiar plotline and adds more life to it through clever gameplay mechanics and a brightest aesthetic. It's not the most involved game out there, but the relatively small amount of stuff Florence does have to offer near close execution